everyone, I am your astrologer Wonder Girl, taking you to new heights. Here is your daily forecast for the day of Friday, July 28th, 2017. Now before I get started, I am coming to you straight from a bedroom. I am very tired, I'm so exhausted, and it's just been hard for me to keep it going lately with everything that's been happening, this intense Mars energy, wanting to manifest things, and it's just been making me exhausted. And I just wanted to be real with y'all about what is going on here. So we got a video from my bedroom today, a day in the life of what's going on. All right, that's what we got there. Now for your day, I think your day today, and I'm feeling it, can you tell I am feeling it right now, is going to be a little rough and it's going to be a little intense and maybe a little hard. And the reason why I say that is because today we've got a major thing going on where we've got the moon, which is going to conjunct Jupiter, which normally is a great thing. Normally it's a good thing for the moon to conjunct Jupiter. Brings out a lot of good feelings, helping you move forward on your journey, make sense of your life, that kind of thing. But it's not so good today when you got this same moon that's going to conjunct Jupiter and a square to Pluto. So even though we want to have good feelings, we want to make sense of our life, we want to do things that are good for us, I think there's going to be something elsewhere where Pluto is preventing us from finding the balance in our lives, from putting our lives into perspective, from working well with other people, or having kind of the stability or the stuff that we want come from others, okay? And I think that's going to be the challenge today, is wanting one thing a lot, wanting balance, wanting a lighter, happier energy in life, and feeling as though you've got some heavy stuff coming on you from somewhere else in your life, something else that you're changing, something else that has changed perhaps for a really long time that you have to deal with, that isn't happening quite in the ways that you would have liked it to happen, okay? And I think you're trying to figure out, how do I put that in the right perspective? How do I deal with this when I want one thing but I can't have it, or but my life is another, or but there's this other thing somewhere else that is messing my life up, that is throwing everything out of balance, that is preventing me from having the relationships that I want. And I think that can bring up some big feelings, some hurt feelings about your life, about where your life is going, about what you want and desire deep down. Can bring up anger. Pluto especially can bring up anger, can bring up insecurity, can bring up frustration, and it can bring up huge feelings of just something not being quite right. Even just sad feelings as well, if they're not like feelings of rage, just not feeling good, like your life is not where you want it to be. And I think that's what we're dealing with today. We've been feeling it a little bit earlier this week, you know, even though I didn't really talk about it that much, and we're going to start to feel it more and more. And I think the moon hitting this spot, the Jupiter-Pluto square today, is really going to start to bring it more into focus, to really force us to deal with these things going on in our life, and these changes that have happened in our life, and these uncomfortable feelings about what we want from life, to make sense of them and put them in the right perspective, even if it's not what we want, even if it's very hard to do the things that we enjoy, and to just get right with all of that. On top of that, we still do have Mars in a conjunction with the Sun, okay, which it's been doing since the beginning of this week, and which it's going to continue to do for a little bit longer, really forcing us to manifest the life that we want, to do the things that we want, to be happy, to express our hearts, especially because Mars is conjunct the Sun in Leo, which is the sign of what you love and what you enjoy. And we've got this drive to move forward and this drive to do these things that we want, and then here it comes into this spot where with the moon here, where it's like, okay, we want to do what we want, but we're having problems trying to figure out how to maneuver these things that we want into something that can last, into something that can bring us joy, into something that can really help us expand our life in a really positive way, because we got all this stuff and changes and intense feelings going on elsewhere that are preventing us from doing our thing, okay? And I think there could be a tendency to overwork yourself, to push so hard, to try too much for something that you're gonna need to sit with a little bit longer and to think about, okay? So I think that's a lot of what is just going on, okay? We also have Venus in a square with Chiron, so we're not feeling good about ourselves, about who we are, not feeling cared for, not feeling loved, not feeling quite right about everything that's happening as well, bringing up some uncomfortable feelings, hurts, insecurities, especially when it comes to relationships, especially when it comes to money, especially when it comes to what it is that we value too. So we've got that going on. Okay, Mercury is also coming off Uranus, so we may have also had some unexpected things that have come up in the past few days as well that we're gonna have to then also figure out what to do with and figure out how to do all of that stuff moving forward. And I think we're thinking more seriously about this stuff, wanting to think seriously, wanting to finally commit to something to make sense of all of this chaos in our life so that we can find something that works for us and move towards it and reach our futures and just make some commitments that can help us move up in the world in a way that's very, very positive for us. And I think that we're just frustrated that it's hard for us to do that, okay? And I think that you have to learn today to keep your feelings in check. And I think you just got to figure out how to understand your life, make sense of your life, figure out what's been happening, put it in the right perspective, and bring everything together so that you can, in a way, open up new opportunities for you. Use all of the stuff that has happened to you for your good to do something that is better, and just figure out how to put it all together and overcome some of these hurts to move forward, because I think there's lots of opportunities. We've got lots of sextiles going on. We had lots of sextiles yesterday, encouraging us, giving us opportunities, giving us insights, but they're like stuffed in between a bunch of hard other stuff that we got to deal with. So the way I see this energy is like the deeper you go inside your soul, inside the depths, almost like the more uncomfortable and difficult things get, it's almost like the better and better and better the insights are as well for you to uncover, okay? So that is what I see for you today. All right, now your card for the day is the Five of Pentacles reversed. All right, this is not a good card. It's better when it's reversed, which is a good thing. I think it's saying we feel like we've been in a hard time and things have been a little rough, okay? And I think they have been, and I think this is saying you can get out of it, you can get out of this hard time, but you got to go through it first. You got to go through the difficulties, through the pain in order to get to the good stuff, and that you may get help from the most unlikely places. You know, I wouldn't look to your usual suspects when you see this card. You might find help in other places you didn't expect. And you also might find it deep down within yourself too, where all the answers are to help you move forward. And do not forget to look there, okay? So that is all I got for you today. Thank you so much for watching my horoscope. If you like it, please like it on Facebook. Please like it on YouTube. Share it with your friends. And I will talk to you later. I'm gonna go to bed.